So it's funny because Paul was like, off camera to me, he said, this is a big deal. This is a great moment. And I was like, no, don't go there. Don't think about that. Because it's just two people meeting, right? And so I really tried to approach it from that perspective.
Right.
And but it was, in retrospect, very, very exciting.
We are at Comic-Con 2024. I'm John Archiola, and we are beaming into Screen Rant with the most musical crew in Starfleet, Star Trek, Strange New Worlds.
Thank you.
We have here executive producer Akiva Goldman, executive producer Henry Alonso Myers, Rebecca Romijn, Ethan Peck. Welcome back to Comic-Con, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's really nice to be back, right? Like last year, you guys were all on strike, and this year, and you guys couldn't brag about all the incredible things that were going on, especially in the back end of season 2.
It's true, yeah.
It's true.
We see you've got a terrific T-shirt on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Of course.
Can we show the
Which is
audience?
good
Yeah.
because behind me, what's weird is there's so much Star Wars. And that's some nice Marvel stuff. Also, Star Wars is here.
I'm trying to use one
Okay.
for us.
But arguably the most valuable real estate for
Fair,
IP is
fair point.
on this
Fair
person's body.
point.
Yes.
Yeah, living ad. Yeah, I like to think of myself as a living ad. For
Today you are.
yeah.
So I'd like to start with asking each of you, what was one thing you loved about season 2 that you couldn't brag about a year ago, but now you can?
Rebecca?
Oh, not to beat the dead horse, but that musical episode was something I just wanted to shout from the mountaintops. It was we were so proud of it, and it was really hard to not get to talk about it. We shot it towards the end of the season. It was episode 9. We were tired, but it just put fresh wind behind our wings. And we just, spent all weekend, like we would go on Saturdays and Sundays and work out the choreography and record the songs in the studio. And we were so excited about it.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that we couldn't promote it when it was coming out because we did work so hard. And
Yeah.
everybody did.
But I think,
Do you remember any of it?
All system stable.
System stable. That's all we remember.
That's great.
We take in a lot of information and just goes right out the back.
you guys wrapped filming season 3 back in May. When you were filming season 3, was there still singing going on, like between takes?
There's always
say.
singing going on.
Or between the takes.
Yeah, between the takes.
Yeah.
Celia.
As long as
definitely
Celia's
sings quite a lot.
around.
Yeah.
There's
I
there's
used to
always
share a trailer with her, and she'd be singing all the time.
Yes.
It was kind of wonderful, actually. Then she discovered that I could hear her.
And then she got her
then
own
no
trip.
more?
She became very embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know, it's too bad.
And our friend Jonathan Frakes, who's directing in season 3.
Oh God, what did he spill?
Well, he said 3 words, which is
everything.
No, he said 3 words, which is Hollywood murder mystery.
Oh dear God.
So you allowed to say that?
3 words we told him not to
He's-
say.
He's not allowed to say that?
We asked him. He'll say whatever he wants.
No matter what we say.
But you can't say anything more about that.
Those 3 words have been said, so it's now well known that is a thing that you will experience in season 3.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Sounds pretty amazing. After what you guys accomplished to great acclaim in season 2, it seems like Strange New Worlds now can do anything. Are you going to put that to the test in season 3? In big swings?
Yeah, we're always trying big swings. One thing that I can say about Henry and myself, we are real Star Trek fans, and the cast has a deep love of Star Trek, and so we're sort of our own proving ground. If we don't look at each other and go, "Oh God," then it's not worth doing. But if it's too much, we can sort of push each other back. So it's a really wonderful process. It really is collaborative art, oxymoronic as that sounds. And I think the show really, I think you can see that it gains from this desire to explore strange new genres.
Wow.
See what I did? Because strange
Nice.
new...
Very
there's
cleverly done.
See what
I see what you did.
because I could explain
It does with what you guys have come up with, and you just keep on pushing the envelope. It feels limitless. I mean, we always stick to the genre. We always stick to the mission at hand. It's got to work within the story, but I don't know how your brains operate, but it feels like it can be anything.
A big part of it is that we spend a lot of time thinking about what can we do to give our actors something to challenge them. What can we do that makes this interesting and fun and new for them, and then they come in every day and try to do something different and new and like that. You just get a different level of interest from the folks that you work with by making their jobs interesting. So we try to do that for ourselves. And at the end, we stare at it and say, did this make me cry? Did it make me laugh? Okay. If it does, then you know it's working.
Awesome. Speaking of the show being limitless, I think maybe the only knock against the show is that there's not enough of it. 10 episode seasons are just not enough. Will there ever be more than 10 episode seasons?
No, I mean, not so far. And we've tried, in fairness. Like, we too have that sense, and it most practically represented by the number of cards that are episode cards. Because at the beginning of each season, we sort of go, it's sort of like a Friends anthology. Let's do one where, let's do the one where, let's do the, and we always have more cards than 10 by the end. And so, some of the other shows, Disco was 13. And so we sort of batted our eyes and said, give us more. And they said, no, you can have less. And we were like, okay, 10's good.
Oh, Rebecca, Una is the best. And Ad Astra per Aspera is like one of the greatest courtroom episodes of Star Trek ever. But since we have Akiva and Henry here, I'm going to bring up something that my friends always say and other fans always say, was that it feels like there's not enough number one in the show. And we'd love to see more of her, like especially like exploring like her abilities, like her super strength, tossing people around, things like that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted it. Henry said no. It's so interesting because I'm always saying there needs to be more number one. And Henry's like, no, we can't. Oh, am I mic'd?
No. We have a lot of people to represent. We want to make sure everyone gets represented. I can promise you there are some things that you're going to see number one doing this season that you have not seen her do before.
Oh, that's so super exciting.
You're good at that.
Ethan, I really loved you playing human in season 2.
Thanks.
Tell me about that scene when you had to eat everything and what that
All
was
the
like.
bacon?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bacon and everything else that you were shoving in your mouth.
Well, let's say I didn't eat breakfast that morning, or I specifically requested no bacon, and I had enough bacon for about the week. So, yeah.
You
that's what
got sick
was
from
like.
that.
I was a little uneasy the rest of the day. Yeah.
And Ethan also, Spock's love life is of great interest to me and many people. And in season 3, it sounds like there's another rooster in the hen house. Dr. Roger Corby has been cast. I believe that's been announced. What can you tell us? What can you tell us about Spock, Chapel, and now Corby in season 3?
It's going to be pretty interesting. And Killian O'Sullivan, who plays Corby, is terrific. And he and I, as actors, have great chemistry. So I'm very excited for people to see that.
Awesome. Henry and Akiva, I'm going to drop a word and just say whatever comes to mind in relation to Ethan and Spock. Cybok.
Henry
Whoa.
desperately wants him to be in the show. Too many words?
Well, so do I.
How did you get so grown up? Here, I'll help.
Go ahead.
Henry really wants him to be in the show.
I do want him to be in the show very much.
I don't even know what you're thinking.
To be continued?
To be continued.
All right. And in season 2, Uhura introduced Spock to Kirk. And it was such a great moment. And it was also the total opposite of the J.J. Abrams movie, with like a lot less of Spock and Kirk punching each other. You guys just kind of sat down and had a drink together. Tell me about how you guys decided to write that iconic moment and also playing it with Paul Wesley and Celia.
I'm going first?
Sure.
So playing it, yeah, sure. So it's funny because Paul was like, off camera to me, he said, this is a big deal. This is a great moment. And I was like, no, don't go there. Don't think about that, because it's just two people meeting, right? And so I really tried to approach it from that perspective.
Right.
And but it was, in retrospect, very, very exciting. What was it like to write?
Honestly, that was actually the same approach that we brought to it, which is that these people don't know who they're going to be. Mm-hmm. We know who they're going to be as viewers, but they shouldn't behave that way. They shouldn't look at each other in any way that changes their relationship. This is the beginning of that. And so we wanted to treat it like it's something real.
It's like platonic love at first sight.
Yeah.
A little bit of that, I think, occurred.
And you do get the sense that, you feel their fascination with each other. Like, they're very interested in each other. Just
Yes.
If another Star Trek show decides it's our turn to sing and dance, and they came to you for advice, what advice would you give them?
We would tell them no. That was ours, and they need to
You
stop.
do your thing, we do ours.
Correct. Unless they're animated. Then it's okay.
Then they can do what they want. And we actually
There
let
you
them
go.
And they should, actually.
start making calls 6 months in. Like, really, like, don't. It's a lot of prep time. A lot of prep time.
And get Tom Polche on board.
Yeah, Tom
Yes.
Polje.
They have to learn to dance.
The lyricist,
They have to.
Kay, right?
Some of them have to learn to sing. Some of them do not, such as the woman to my left. But it's a lot of prep work.
And Ethan, I heard there's some musical collaboration going on off the set now too. That you and Christina and Celia and Jess and Melissa.
Yes. So Christina Chong, who plays La'an, is creating. She's put out an EP already, and she's creating an album now, full-length album. And she invited some of the cast to come be on the album with her, and it was a really amazing, special experience. So I think she's very excited to share that with everybody.
And the song is called Space Girls, I believe.
One of them is, I think.
Oh, there's
I
more than
wasn't a
one.
part of that one. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He's not one of the Space Girls.
Not today.
season.
Can we talk a little bit about Carol Kane? Like Pelia is like no other Star Trek character we've seen before, and like how much of Pelia is in the writing, and how much is that Carol just bringing something so new and unusual to the set?
But that's a good question. I would say, I'm
We're
going to
not
say,
sure.
yeah, it's hard because
Hard
I was
to
like,
say.
sometimes the lines are 80%, sometimes it's 100% her. We want her to bring something. We try to create a thing for her where she can step in and be herself and try different performances. And she does try things that she wants. It's an early conversation, but it's. I would say in the same way that it's 100% us, it's 100% her.
Nice. And
So it's 200%.
200%, which is
A lot
which is
of
genuine math.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
and now also Scotty's in season 3. And engineering sounds like it's going to get a lot of fun.
This is a Scotty you have not seen before, and he isn't the Scotty who he becomes in the original series yet. He's younger. He's going through a lot. He is someone to experience. It's been really fun to bring him into the ship. It's been really fun to see him interact with our characters and kind of learn who he is going to be, but not who he is yet.
I cannot wait to see this. And also, Strange New Worlds got an early season 4 renewal, so congratulations on that. When do you guys beam aboard the Enterprise again?
We are. In the sense that we are now in the room for season 4. So we are fully imaginatively invested and in what those episodes are going to be, and the room is active, and we're in that process of putting up cards and going the one where, and then going, yeah, not that one.
We start shooting next year.
Excellent. Well, in all honesty, there is no Star Trek I'm more excited for than Strange New Worlds
Yes,
season 3.
that's right.
And
Thank you.
Hall
Thank
Agent's
you.
going to be spectacular. Thank you all for being here today, and enjoy Comic-Con.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to
Thank
get
you.
you stuff for the wall.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're taking care of that right now.
We'll get someone to give you something.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Like a phaser.
Yeah, or like just a
a
poster or
tricorder,
something.
anything.
Yeah.